You're kidding me. Okay, didn't expect that to happen. Hey, hey. Oh, dear me. Okay, so now... Boom. Did not expect that at all. So, wow, okay. Hey guys, hey. Relax, all of you. You know, no need to be pushy, no need to be like who's first and who's second and who's on first. Just going to try and mark it with red. Okay, cool. It's been ages since we used VC. Yeah. Hey, Bladesman!
Techie?
Yep, hey, I can hear ya. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That's good, I think it's fake. It's... Really? Uh-huh. Okay.
Looks like you're doing jazz.
Jazz and someone else, hopefully. No, I definitely would be doing someone else as well tonight. With hope. Yeah. I just kind of want to leave the name unknown for now, just cause... Yeah.
No spoilers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I will reveal it's possibly a new Stellar Seeker, but you know, people will have to keep up with the game and such, you know? Oh dear. Nope, no name suggestions, has already a name. The problem is the Stellar Seekers all use similar names to their Seeker counterparts. You know, like Stellar Star is based on Starscream, Stellar Cracker is based on Thundercracker, Stellar Warp is based on Skywarp. So if I reveal the name, you guys will know who the character is.
Yep.
So
The name of the speaker that's based on is good with the
maybe, but that's the risk you run. Also using this as a chance to test out my little presenter mic for VC chat. As I've stated, there's zero tolerance for the VC chat, so that means any needless background noise, you're just disconnected. Poor microphone quality, you're disconnected. Going off topic and discussing your own agendas is, yeah. And
That's just hook the iPad mic because you trying to be stupid.
yeah. So, you know, I mean, I do have to be strict because, well, don't want, you know, things to happen to this channel, you know? Jetstream trusts me with this channel. I don't want her to, you know, find out that we get these strikes because I had to say the F word one too many times. As for... Oh. Ice Aunt? Yes, I do. I'm currently in the middle of actually building a special computer for it, though. See, I have some old computer parts, and I was just slapping them together, and I was like, you know what? Maybe when my 3D printer is working again, I'll be able to, you know, make my own computer case and everything. Well, that's what I'm hoping for. I do have a LAN party coming up as well, so I would love it to be finished by then. Yep, also known as Meister. Jazz's Japanese name was Meister.
Ah. Yeah, I was just laughing at that interaction question I did where the Jazz is there and the communication talk.
Yeah. It's actually why in Discord I named myself, myself the role Tech Meister. Because it's like, you know, Jazz was one of my favorites. I mean, Preceptor obviously was my favorite, but there's something fun about Jazz and how he like. Yeah. And the main reason I'm doing Jazz is because, well, apparently Jazz's cousin Scar is performing a concert tomorrow night in the tabletop game. So obviously his cousin Jazz would find out about it and be sitting there going, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah.
Okay, E3 Prime, if you're bored, leave. Simple as that. I'm not forcing you to stay. Okay. Feel free. Really hate people who keep going on about how they're bored. It's like, oh, okay. Apparently me talking about design and such is not interesting to you. Cool, okay. Are you gonna go? Good, you're going. Also, annoyingly enough, I don't have access to my network drive at the moment. Oh wait, there it is! Then why the heck am I not able to... Oh, there we go!
Formation of connections.
They... Watch the language, mate!
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, it's cool, it's cool. The occasional slip-up's fine. I mean, we're only human, and, you know, I put these streams down as, you know, not safe for kids, just for that reason, but that doesn't mean we get to flaunt everything.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on a mod kit here, I don't have to sell off. That's gonna be a pain.
I'm gonna wait you playing, eating, okay. The problem with Jazz is how barrel-chested he is. Doesn't play well with my usual style.
Yeah. I thought you had to stage.
Sorry, someone wondering what was going on. You to play Piggy? And yeah, you can ask me questions while I draw, just keep them relevant to the drawing. Relevant to what's happening, you know, like, I don't really want to answer too many personal questions or anything. Hey, Scout. Hey, Nindrago. And such.
Going silent for a moment.
Hey.
Why am I drawing Jazz? Because Retrowave is pretending to be Jazz's cousin and is doing a concert as Jazz's cousin. So you can imagine that Jazz is probably gonna find out about his cousin performing.
I thought this was established last session. Isn't it?
Last session, yes, was basically last session. The problem I have with Jazz is he has this huge front barrel. Oh my god, like, what is it with Windows and wanting to update every second day? It's like, oh, we want to reset your laptop and update it. It's like, I did that yesterday! Live on YouTube and Twitch at the same time? Yep, that's right! That's how amazing I am. I also use a service called Restream that allows me to do this. I figured that way, if something goes wrong, like, say, YouTube goes down or Twitch goes down, people can go to one or the other, or people might have, say, Twitch on their phones, so can't use the YouTube app or whatever. I've been working on a personal Restream server, but it's been a little bit. Hey, Brielle Classics, brah, I guess. Hello, Shadowfire. Welcome to the voice chat. Remember, zero patience on bad language, bad microphone, bad anything. Try and keep things relevant to the stream. Otherwise, have fun.
Alright, back in action. Thanks, Deb.
Hello.
And every so often, my thing is meant to, yeah, enable timers, edit, save, back to chat. There we go. Hey, Corvo. Yeah.
I really did want a coffee.
Bang, bang, clatter, boom. Hearing bangs and thumps.
Okay.
You know what? No, Did I hear about your Facebook account? No, I didn't, right? What's up with your Facebook account? Oh, dear. Sorry. You know what? I'm gonna do the rest of Jazz and his chess piece last. Because the problem is, if I do his chess piece first, I'd be tempted to draw him more like a female character. Because, obviously... Well, it's the problem with it. Whereas, if I do it last, I might put it on more like a piece of armor.
Yeah, and so then we'd get Jazz's sister.
Well, the problem is I draw all day for random people online, and a lot of people like female characters, so... Yeah, when certain curves hit the page, I often end up drawing female characters. It's like, it's a bad habit. I need to stop it.
A microwave.
Okay, just a heads up, Scout, too many background noises and you will be muted, okay?
Alright.
It's just a heads up, you know.
Alright.
Ah, dear. Problem is, I've been drawing since like 9 AM. It's now 9 PM, so I've been drawing all frickin' day. Actually, Jazz is one of the big guys, so maybe I should have him looking downwards a bit. Is someone crying? No, I don't think so. Well, that's annoying, Corvo.
I think you should start he's gonna be doing Jazz's shade.
Yeah, probably.
Like, are you actually gonna do him with the speakers out or in?
I don't know, mate. Right now, I'm just trying to get the body down. The problem is, it's like, what do I want this character to feel like when you look at him? You know, powerful, strong, cocky, what? You know, like, what emotions is his stance meant to give us? That's often the hardest.
Yeah, even personality makes a big...
Jetstream's not here. The Jetstream you see in chat is actually my restream chatbot thing. There. I might be stuck having to do inking and coloring tomorrow off stream anyway. So that's gonna be fun.
I can imagine.
What is wrong with my hand today? Well, to be fair, Corvo, I don't really talk much on anything, so... yeah. I think my Twitch is Techie Guy Prime. That's the one I use more often. At least... I do have my own YouTube channel that I'm slowly trying to develop, but the problem is a lot of things exploded and set me back. Yeah. Yeah, well, I've been slowly trying to work on that. The problem is even finding time to do do that in amongst the busy schedules. It's like, it was meant to just do a bunch of upgrades, it was meant to be all great, all work, and then control board not work. It's like, the one thing I didn't tweak. Now I've got an old control board working, but now it's turning around and one of the motors is getting red hot. There's others, Nindrago, they're just a bit quiet. Yeah, I'll turn them up a bit. They're not really saying much, but that's fine, It's like, you don't have to fill the air.
I was just looking at the stream, see if I could give any advice.
There's no need to, like... if I need advice, I'll ask for it. It's one of those, I need to work through my process, and if my process doesn't work, I have other processes I can go to. Until I have to do the cube. If I have to start doing the cube, then we know I'm in trouble.
Yeah, we can hit the panic button.
I have this thing. If I get a bit of an art block, I draw a cube. And then I draw the cube as an object, and then have a character interact with the cube, and kind of use that as my way of getting the ball rolling again. Going, right, I need to go back to basics and move up from there.
That's smart.
Thank you. I call it doing the cube.
Okay. I would talk about Kingdom Hearts, but it is not fitting for the stream, though.
You always want to talk about Kingdom Hearts. It's like, what does Scott want to talk about today? Kingdom Hearts, eh? Gee, golly whiz!
Well, let's avoid the spoiler line, please.
Let's hear about how much you love Sora's Keyblade. Okay, now I'm getting off topic. Yeah. I mainly want to keep it relevant to the stream, that way it's not too many in-jokes.
Yeah.
I don't want to say something and have, Scout laughing her ass off, and everyone else being, like, confused, because that makes the viewers feel alienated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's confused laughing.
I mean, Scout, avocado!
What?
Really? You don't remember? It was literally 12 hours ago! You can't remember when I said avocado 12 hours ago? What's wrong with you?
I remember. I'm just sitting here like, what? Why are you doing this? It's not funny anymore.
More being alone.
What's the thought process of making Jazz? Well, first things first, trying to work out how to make him seem, I don't know, confident. Cocky. Like, Jazz knows who he is. He knows who he is. He's not shy, he's not scared.
Jazz is basically one of the open out about characters.
So, okay, E3 Prime, do you want me to make this easy for you and just block you?
Yeah, boy.
Just saying, mate. Okay, then don't.
Just leave anytime. Nobody's stopping you.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make it so much easier. Copy link. I go into my...
I'm so happy. Please.
That's right. Put user in timeout. Boom.
Oh.
You know, I find it funny, Lindrago, that I said I didn't really need help or anything. I have my own process. And that people don't need to suggest things, and there you are suggesting things.
Wow.
Yeah, in fact, yeah. Yeah, I did say zero tolerance, didn't I? Yeah. It's like I'm a bastard or something for wanting to do things at my own pace or something.
No, you're not.
Yeah, no, I'm
Patience
not.
is some reward.
Really? Yeah, fireworks down your end? Jeez.
I got men. Well, not yet, but I don't know. The village is around the corner.
Nah, I dislike that. He looks too chunky. Don't think this music is helping me much either. Fasting session? What's that, like Ramadan or something?
Ethan.
Asking, Ice Auntie. Because, you know, I don't know that many fasting traditions outside of, Lent and, Ramadan. And I know there's a Jewish one as well, although that might be tied into Lent. Okay, so you're Indian, are you? Or... Again, I don't know my cultures. I only know Ramadan because I went to a school with a lot of Indian students. In fact, one of my best friends was Indian, so we knew when he was going through Ramadan. I always felt guilty eating around him. Ah. Okay. That's right, it's not... Yeah, that's right, Jazz. Or at least attempting to. Honestly, if I go too long on this, I might switch to the other design I need to do tonight and give Jazz a break. Yeah. Oh dear. Really? Hmm. Actually, Isanti, are you on the Are you sorry? Are you on the Jetstream Discord at all? I wouldn't mind seeing some of your stuff. I mean, the problem is I don't really check out the Discord as much as I should.
Yeah,
I say the hard
pretty
part with
calm.
drawing any characters is, well, getting the face, hands, and feet done.
Well, I don't really have to worry about feet or anything because of the nature of the tabletop game.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, since this thing is not doing the chat timer thing, boom. There. No, 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 no. Jeez. Two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, one, two, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Okay. I want one of these vitamin C tablets to perk me up a bit. The vague hope that maybe all I need is a little bit more energy. I mean, to be fair, drawing for nearly 12 hours and then drawing some more with a deadline, it is stressful. I mean, I loathe it when people act like this sort of stuff is easy.
You ever wonder how Jazz would look in Prime?
Wouldn't know, I'm just drawing him in my style. Simple as
I
that.
know, I was just the thought I had.
Also, the more I look at Jazz, the more he looks like a little kid in armor that's too big for him. Well, seriously, like,
Uh-huh.
look at Jazz's design, and this is sometimes something I'll do to try and help understand a character. His shoulders are technically here. His hips are here, but his head is really tiny. So this chest piece actually extends over his shoulders more than it really should. So his chest armor is... The general rule is your shoulders should be like, you know, about a head distance away. You know, that's how you do a chest, usually. But here it's like... really freaking big.
Yeah, with that in mind, it almost makes you think that Jazz is secretly a mini-con.
It could be.
Oh, nothing but new jazz.
He be a big boy, yes. I hate how slow these fizzy things dissolve. It's like, come on, finish dissolving so I can drink it. It's as long as it needs to be, mate. Okay?
Can't rush perfection.
Well, no, you also can't... You also don't need to be a frickin' asshole.
That's true.
Yes, I figured, Lil's World.
I have finished my breakfast sandwich. Yay.
Awesome. Ugh. God, that stuff tastes foul. Ack. Cause it does. It's full of the vitamin B and C and all the other stuff that's meant to be really, really good for you and really give you the energy and... Oh dear God, just give me an unhealthy energy drink any day. Ah. I don't think it actually perks you up, it just makes you not want to drink it again, so you'll do anything else but drink another one.
Yeah, I just noticed this, but between the lights on Jazz, yes, it almost looks like it's a cassette box for the projection area.
Okay,
Like it
but
was, well, you know, like it was supposed to be.
interesting.
The problem is, if I do this wrong, people are not gonna let me hear the end of it. They're gonna be like, "Kara, you made Jazz look like a girl," or some stupid thing like that, and that's gonna annoy the living daylights out of me.
Mm-hmm. With a character like this, you gotta put the personality in mind.
Hey, Veggie Snake!
Hey.
Oh cripes, I still have half my dinner left. That's how stressed out I've been. I've not even eaten my whole dinner. It's like, hey. Oh, I'll have it a bit later. Jeez, it's like, oh no, I'm eating less than I should. I live in a country where a lot of people have overweight issues, including myself. I think I'll live the few seconds without food. I think I'm gonna be fine, Scout. I think I'm gonna be fine.
Okay. Ow, my back.
Yeah, well, I've heard of people say the snack thing a lot.
Jeez. That's a lot of ants. The question is, where did they come from? Can't wait to get that bugs.
Oh boy. Sorry, someone sent me a message and I was like, oi. Oi, oi, oi. Friend having to deal with some online drama concerning OCs and such. It's like, wow. Like someone literally trying to sell his OC, pretending that they actually own it and they can sell it. It's like, oh wow, okay, this is gotta explode in a nasty way for some people.
I'm not gonna get involved in that.
No. I was just checking through the drama. I always check through the drama on the Discords just because it's like, okay, I just need to be read up on what's happening. That way, if it all goes south, I know why it's going south.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay, someone's being a dick. Okay, cool. Well, I'll just stay out of the splash zone.
For
I know
now.
that feeling.
Maybe. Oh, jeez. This ain't family drama. Because they want to make money, men.
Well, I'm not gonna make it. It's just some people do, okay? Some people create a whole bunch of OCs, they sell them, other people buy them because it's a pre-made character that they can then hand off to other people to draw and such. Every fandom has this sort of OC thing going on. You know?
I honestly just keep my own OCs, don't get anyone else's.
Personally, I am a bit weird about it because, I'm used to just being able to make up characters when I need them. I've never really been in a situation where it's like, I can't make up this character. Oh my god, that character is so much better. I go, that character looks cool. That's an interesting idea for a character. You know what? Why don't I try and make something similar? And then I do. Like, I don't see why it's hard for other people to make OCs. But then again, I'm not them. And some people make a bit of money off it. I mean, when My Little Pony was big, people made up a whole bunch of OCs and did these beautiful reference sheets and gone, okay, here's my here's my OC, Blueberry Blast, and, you know, show it, like, all beautifully done up and all that, and, you know, go, hey, if anyone wants, sir, it's X amount of money.
I would please just, like, find a way to get yourself inspired.
Yeah. Well, you see, for me, inspiration is never really that hard, per se. Getting it down is hard, getting it... But once I have it, it's not that hard afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, now it's there, it's getting locked in, I can now do it. Okay, clone layer. I mean, I hope this doesn't come off as like a brag to all those people who have a hard time making their own OCs, because it's not meant to. It's more of a case of, I don't really get it, but I kinda do. I mean, I've sold like a couple of OCs in the past, and I've always kind of like regretted it, because it's like, now it's not mine. I can't do anything with it. And you'll always feel guilty about making another one, because it's like, is this going to be the same, or is it like another clone? Like, I absolutely adore the OC I made up for the tabletop stream a while back. Actually, I adore most of my OCs I've made for the tabletop streams, but Flashback. I adore Flashback. Flashback came together in a way that's just beautiful, and I will never sell him. Like, I don't care if someone approaches me and is like, we want your character Flashback, because it's like, no, I love him. He is beautiful. He's everything. Yeah. He's so weird, he's so interesting, he means a lot to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'll make OCs for other people, that's fine, and I just remind myself not to form a personal attachment, and it's all good. But I mean, I love, Roulette. Roulette was beautiful to work on.
Yeah, Roulette's one of the unique ones.
Let's see. How many OCs have I made? Actually, I should really check my... Jetstream on the tabletop. Where's the characters folder? There it is. Let's see. Riot? Yeah, I'm not really that big a fan of Riot. Riot was because Jetstream was having a hard time making Riot, so I basically took over. Momofei. I'm amazed at how popular Momofei is, actually.
I guess somewhere into waifu tiers.
Yeah, apparently. Hulkbot. Everyone seems to love Hulkbot.
Razor Mouse.
Of course, Flashback is just awesome. I love my version of Soundwave. I think he's amazing.
Fabulous.
Razor Mouse. Oh, I know a few people who love Razor Mouse.
Me.
There's even a few people who made the joke of the nickname clickbait.
Let's see.
Then started that.
Meg, I actually like Meg. Meg's come off as this really awesome looking character. I really, really love her. Go Gaigar. Yeah, he's interesting, but he is heavily inspired by another series. My version of the Apex armor. That I loved.
Apexia.
Apexia, that's it. And the Jetstream version. Let's see. Oh man, the villain I made up for for my birthday tabletop. I forget what she was called, Multi-Blight or something. No clue what she actually transformed into.
Maybe a computer.
Probably.
It's just like,
Wave, Retrowave, Stormlight, Metro. I've not actually made that many OCs, really. I'm sitting there going, wow, I've done tons of OCs. I'm looking through it, it's like, oh, I haven't even made 10. Okay, I need to fix that.
I mean, at least you tried.
Yeah, I don't think I gave multiplayer an alt mode, but to be fair, alt modes don't really get a lot of play in this tabletop game. Not out of, like need or anything, it's that we don't really use maps or anything. So, yeah. Anything different that are not Transformers? Yes. Can I show them on stream? Probably not. Let's just say some adult stuff sells and I had to make rent.
You did a Star Wars character for another tabletop.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, Marie. Now, that said, I have actually no problems with the fact that I've drawn adult stuff. A lot of artists I know of have done it, and honestly, it's never been a problem for me. But I know some people who would try and hold it against me, and obviously can't show on stream because of
YouTube.
Well, because YouTube keeps setting us as safe for kids, and it really drives me freaking crazy. Like, I'm serious, I'll go through and go, right, not safe for kids. You know, we're not going to be COPPA compliant this stream. I come back later and find out that our stream has been marked COPPA compliant, and it's like, no, stop it. Oh my god, what if, you know, I say something like, but.
But
Bottom.
Grandma's
You know, it drives me crazy that they automatically do this. It's like, oh, mark COPPA compliant by YouTube. Stop it! I don't want kids watching this. Hey, Moon.
Wait, did you say Ben?
Okay, let's see. But yeah. Actually, hopefully I'm gonna have a few projects hitting my YouTube channel soon. With hope.
Bless you.
Bless
Thank
ya.
you. Thank you. Oh.
But, like, I'm gonna have a, drawing thing. A robotic pen drawer machine. A machine that's actually gonna hold a pen and actually print things out. And that's not Jetstream sneezing, that's Scout.
I'm not Jetstream.
Like, can you please not say that she's Jetstream? She doesn't sound anything like her.
I'm gonna need to sneeze again. The name is Scout.
Yeah, Scout, Angel, other girl. You know, like, it's not Jetstream.
That you accepted. And Ivan.
Okay, this one ain't working. Okay. Flip canvas. Take a deep breath. Clone layer. Fade it out completely. And just start slow. Okay. Now, I know that this needs to go over here a bit. This needs to go back a bit. This needs to go down a bit. I do not know Rack and Ruin.
I don't know either.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to absolute basics then. Because sometimes you shouldn't be afraid to go back to basics for a design.
Oh no, man. We're from Cyberverse. Cool.
Oh boy.
No, we're not reviewing someone else's stuff, okay?
I've seen that. I frankly don't really care.
I have seen that death battle. It's a bit surprising who the victor actually was.
Honestly, I don't really care. Sorry, I have my issues with Death Battle and how they set things up. It's a clickbaity mess.
Kinda is, yes.
It's like, oh, we're gonna reveal all this information, but we're gonna withhold the one bit of information that actually decides the battle until the end, and then we're gonna reveal it, and all that. It's like, oh god. So you're telling me all this information you told me before is actually pointless for the outcome? Great, thank you for wasting 10 minutes of my time. I'm going to skip to the end, go, oh, so-and-so won. Awesome, let's find out why. Cool. Literally, the last minute of the video is more important than all the rest. They only do that because they can fit in ads and such and play the algorithm.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I'm not going to review their stuff because I'm going to be terrible. I'm just going to sit there and go, right, okay, let's see how they've clickbaited us this time. Oh, look, good golly. Apparently the one thing they didn't tell us throughout the entire thing that all the hardcore fans be yelling at them about is the one thing that decided the battle. Oh, boy golly. Ain't that great?
Yeah, I think if you were to put two characters in a full-on battle like that, you should have all the information out in the field first.
Yeah, well, like, the fact is, I enjoy things like, Robot Wars and BattleBots. I like the commentators and the teams and all that talking about stats and such. And then having the battle happen, and that's it. Even if another bot is outclassed by their opponent, seeing the battle is the fun part. It shouldn't be overshadowed by a commentator going, oh yes, of course that happened, because this bot happens to have this secret chemical X thing. It's like, then you're making the battle pointless because you've already predetermined the winner. Let me see the battle, have the post-commentary be like, oh my god, actually, yeah, no, it does make sense if you compare their stats and abilities and such, that this is the outcome. And leave it at that. Stop this clickbaity, here's the twist thing that honestly just drives me crazy, and I'm more surprised not more people are pissed off about it. Anyway, I've worked on animation before. I worked for a non-profit doing some animation, and I hated every bit of it. I have done some personal animations in the past, nothing major, just little things here and there that I can't really show. Sorry, I'm now riled up.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, excuse me. Looks like doing something.
I say most of the stream is going to be a bit of maximum confusion with Chaz and Ska.
Yeah, well. Who will in a race, Blur or Sonic the Hedgehog? Depends.
Yeah.
Blur.
Not really. Blur seems to be really fast in short bursts, but does he have the same sort of stamina? Whereas Sonic in the comic books and games and such has been able to maintain his speed going, well, supersonic. As in the literal breaking the sound barrier several times. Blur is good at short bursts, it seems, but I've never seen Blur run around the planet in less than a few seconds. Whereas Sonic has. So, yeah, you're comparing probable top speed, Blur might just lose out. Blur may not have the stamina. Now that said, short race, maybe it'll go to Blur. Long race, I don't know. Blur doesn't seem like the type to actually have much in the way of stamina, whereas Sonic, well, he constantly keeps going and going and going. Now, I'm hating this. I'm hating this. I'm hating this. That's not working. But again, it depends. We're talking about characters that have had several different canons and several different versions of themselves. Like, okay, if we include the games only, well, does Sonic have the Chaos Emeralds? Because then he becomes Supersonic, able to Chaos Control, which is basically time stop, at which point Sonic wins. But are we only counting the comics? You know, so on and so forth. Like, again, it's kind of the thing I hate about Death Battle, is they claim they take from all sources, and then you kind of sit there and go, you're clearly not. You're taking from the sources most people would have read. Games on G1, I'll give it to Sonic. I've never seen Blur actually move faster, move over a great distance, where Sonic I've seen move through, well, entire cities in no time flat, where Blur has raced through cities, but often just beating out his fellow Autobots by a few minutes.
Yeah,
Comics, well, then you have to include things like Supersonic, Ultrasonic, Dark Sonic, and those other forms, where Blur doesn't really have a Super Blur mode.
Yeah, Blur's just, well, he's a fast fucker and he moves in small, short bursts of speed, as you said.
Now, if you include the red Energon stuff, I don't know how much that would technically boost his speed, but yeah.
That's a good question. What would happen if Blur had red Energon?
Oh goodness. I'm probably good.
Like, imagine if Blur secretly had a massive stash of red Energon. That's the reason why we never seen him in Prime or any of the Cybertron games.
I don't have a problem, I swear!
Oh god, what is that? Imagine Jetstream with red energon.
Oh, goodness, no.
I regret thinking about it. Jetstream with red energon would be very dangerous.
Especially with a hammer.
Now I might switch over to the other character. Now I've spent an hour on this and I'm getting nowhere. Jazz just has this weird body shape to him. He's very squat. Now, it could be that I've been drawing for 12 hours straight and I'm trying to force myself to draw a bit more today. But the fact is, even if I don't have a design down, today, they're never going to be finished for the stream. So...
The clock?
Yes, dude, Techie, what do you think of the idea of what would happen if Jetstream had red energon?
Yes, I've heard it 3 times now, guys.
Sorry. So, this is the other character, right, Techie?
Well, yes.
Alrighty. I'll keep myself from playing the guessing game.
It's an original character, I believe.
Yep.
Hey.
Speaking of red energon, I'm surprised. No, actually, I was just about to say I'm surprised why the Decepticons didn't go for it, but then I remembered they weren't using the internet.
That's when I found it first. Then I'm started.
Imagine the Decepticons and Prime did use the internet.
Lord Megatron, check this thing out. I found some human intel. They call it a fanfic.
Oh, dear sweet soul is right.
Apparently, Optimus Prime has a thing for Bumblebee. Very good, Starscream. Will they use this against them? Read out more, Starscream. Very well, Lord Megatron. Then Prime took Bumblebee in his... Oh my. Are you sure you want me to read this? Starscream, did I stutter? No.
Okay, you can stop now.
Yeah, we should stop before we go to danger territory.
Yeah. Awkward. I'm done.
So Prime interfaces with his allies regularly. Maybe we should try it, Starscream. At this point, Starscream realized that he himself was actually in a fanfic.
Okay. Awkward. Okay.
Well, how else are you gonna do a fourth wall break?
I don't know. Plot twist. Yes. The plot twist.
La plot twist.
Just like at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. Plot twist. Enjoy the plot twist. I shall not spoil it.
Why, the game's been out for a year. Hey, did you know in Kingdom Hearts 3, you get to go to Disney Worlds?
No. Oh, it's every Kingdom Hearts game.
I know. I'm poking fun.
Okay. Anyways, the ending was fun. Okay, technically, the music part has been really long. And it was a really interesting reveal.
Now, what I found interesting about Kingdom Hearts when I first played it was like, really? They made this actually kind of awesome.
Yay!
Yeah, like, it's like Final Fantasy with Disney. Except for I like this more than Final Fantasy. Can Final Fantasy play more like this, please? This is actually fun. The level grind at least feels like it actually has effort to it. Not just showing up at one place and beating things up. Seriously, that's how I used to play Final Fantasy games. I used to just go to an area, keep beating things up until I can take them out in one hit with all my characters. Then I'll move on to the rest of the story.
I haven't played Bendy and the Machines because I really don't play horror movies, horror games. Wow. Either way, I don't do anything horror.
Bendy and the Machine does have horror elements to it, but there's also this overwhelming element of the fact that you get to fight back. Where other horror games kind of go, hey, guess what, you can't fight the big bad. Bendy and the Ink Machine goes, here's a crowbar, go nuts! You know, and it's like I almost refuse to play Half-Life because it's like, oh, it's like a survival horror type game. And then I've watched someone play, it's like, wait, you get given a crowbar, you can beat the shit out of the aliens? Okay, sure!
Anyways, I don't play horror games. I probably won't be able to go to sleep afterwards.
Oh man, reminds me of this old black and white movie I watched once. It was, actually probably can't actually name the title of it, but it was like these Italian, mafia types getting arrested by the police and told that either they'll spend life in prison or they have to, capture someone. This was like during World War II. And there's like this awesome scene where they're getting shot at by enemy planes, so one of them walks out onto the wing with a Tommy gun and just starts shooting down the planes. It's hilarious because it's all done in black and white, so it's really bad special effects and everything. But it's just so hilarious that you just can't help but actually laugh at it. Because the problem is, I don't know what YouTube's rules are based on, the topic matter, but, you know. Actually, on the subject of old and laggy PCs, actually, that ties into something a video series I'm gonna try and do in the future. I haven't quite worked out the format, but basically, I've made a computer out of scrap, basically. Complete and total scrap, as in, this is a computer that you could probably pick up for less than $100 if you're prepared to pay, buy things secondhand. Now, this machine is kind of special because I didn't buy everything. I bought everything secondhand, but it's all in really good condition. But it's kind of like, just showing off what games look like on low settings on this machine. Like, some people can play games on low settings and be like, oh, this is what the game looks like on low, but it's like, yeah, but how does the game actually run on a computer that is that potato? And that's kind of the thing I want to do, is be able to go, okay, here's the bare bottom basic machine. This is what it's capable of. All sorts, but I'm mainly gonna showcase the games that run really well on low. The ones where even the difference between low and high are so minimal that realistically it doesn't matter. Actually, might throw in Cuphead, because Cuphead is surprisingly playable. And that new DLC should be coming out soon anyway. The Delicious Last Course. With the legendary Chalice as Cup Girl. But yeah. See, I just have a lot of spare computer parts anyway, so I'm kind of sitting there going, well, I don't have enough to build, like, a stunning machine. Like, Currently, the most top-tier machine I'm building right now is going to be my VR machine. But even then, that's because I've had the luck of someone giving me some good parts. You know, I want to build the machine that basically anyone should be able to have. Probably not, actually. Given FNAF deals with supernatural and Mirage is not necessarily a... And Mirage is a pure pacifist. Not necessarily a coward, it's just he'd much rather be a pacifist. Although, one thing I might try is... Apparently, there's this new thing for Raspberry Pi, I forget what it's called, but it's basically a wrapper for x86 software, so you can run Steam off a Raspberry Pi now. So it'll be interesting to see what games will run off, like, the Raspberry Pi 4, which is basically a computer you can pick up for, well, less than $100. Well, yes, he does turn invisible, but how long can he maintain that? How much energon does he need to be able to power that? And you're talking about supernatural creatures that can see in the dark. What makes you think they're not capable of seeing through through invisibility? I mean, what sort of sensors do they have? Is he immune to echolocation? Barely, mate. Barely. The Springtrap is as human as a zombie is. Okay. Shrink cube down a bit. Yeah, I don't keep up that much with FNAF lore, if I had to be honest. I do watch some of the game theory videos with Jetstream when we're, like, you know, chatting together and all that, but really I don't take a lot in. The one thing I will respect the Five Nights at Freddy's series for is giving a guy who otherwise would have given up a second chance. I mean, Scott Crawthorne was basically, you know, worked at a Dollar General and, you know, basically had making games as a hobby and was being told to quit, turned some negative criticism about one of his games into inspiration for a game series that basically, you know, exploded. So, really, I'm not a big fan of FNAF, but I love the fact that it gave a man basically another chance at life. Because I can't imagine what it's like facing, you know, those sort of criticisms, trying to do something you love, and then just having your hit just run out of control. Hey mate, you're allowed to be a fan of it. Like, seriously, don't be so quick to defend yourself about it. If you like something, like it. Love it. I wish I could love more things. Because I could waste so much energy on hate. And all that's gonna happen is I hate something. I'd much rather love things instead. It takes effort to love something. I don't want to hate anyone. I don't want to hate anything. So, just because I say I'm not a fan of something, doesn't mean you have to sit there and go, oh, well, I only like it for this. It's like, so? Love it then. Enjoy it. Heck, go on about it. I mean, yeah, I make fun of Scout for loving Kingdom Hearts, but honestly, I love the fact that she enjoys it, that she's willing to share that joy with me. I don't know half the stuff she goes on about, but the fact is that she is so happy wanting to share it. Trying to work out if this character should be male or female. I'm starting to lean a lot more towards female with the body shape, but I have been doing a lot of male OCs, male characters lately, and a badass female character is always popular. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about Cutie Honey! The other one of the other OCs I made. Like, oh my god, Cutie Honey, like, damn.
I'm sitting there thinking, when is he gonna notice? When is he gonna notice?
Well, I mean, it's nice to have a character who can show up and have the players go, oh, cripes, it's her. Oh, okay, now we need to deal with this.
She's actually kind of cute. I actually took a quiz to find out which trans character I would be. Apparently I got one blade. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. No, in my luck, I'll probably end up as freaking Wheeljack.
Techie! Yeah! I love Wheeljack.
He's amusing, but in bursts. I cannot stand him all the time. It's like,
Please stop. Just...
Stop putting that thing in that place. That's not where it goes. Oh, look, you've reversed polarity again. That's what you get for sticking your probe where it don't belong.
Okay. Cliff Jumper is cute. I just hated when he died in pretty much every TV show.
Cliffjumper, you mean guy who dies at the start of every season lately?
No, Cliff Jumper. No, my favorite.
It's like, no, Cliffjumper, no, we love you, honest. Then why do you let me die?
It's not my favorite, you can't blame me.
Oh yeah, you love me so much that the freaking creators freaking, killed me again. Yeah, I'm really feeling the love. It feels like a knife in the back. Oh no, wait, that's Megatron's hand. Oh jeez. Oh god. I'll feel this in the morning if I ever wake up. Do do do. Ba da da. Ba da da. Da da da.
I'm good. I got the hiccups.
Whereas Jazz, I kind of just kept having trouble with Jazz, so I decided to switch to something else and deal with Jazz in a bit.
Hi, Min.
Yeah, I could get stressed out over Jazz for hours and hours, or I can work on something else, get something else done, and then go back to Jazz. Really, I know it sounds daft, but why doesn't Blaze the cat transform into, I don't know, a cat? Like Cheetor.
Cheetor. I like Cheetor.
Oh, of course, that might tie in a bit too much into dinosaurs, and yeah, you kids are probably a bit too young to know dinosaurs.
I know I am. I have no idea what that is.
It was a series about alien dinosaurs coming to Earth, and their special thing was that they could temporarily de-evolve back into their prehistoric forms. See, they would be, about human-sized, well, huge human-sized, but then they could, tap their badge and de-evolve into their prehistoric huge selves. So it's basically like, we know Transformers is popular, let's try and do Transformers with dinosaurs!
My favorite Pokemon, Sylveon. He's so cute.
Mindful is my favorite. You've probably seen its evolved form a lot in my Xiao, which is the martial arts Pokemon.
Sylveon is a fairy type, Eevee. I have learned that from, I believe, Delightful when she made her Sylveon doll repaints.
Oh yeah, I remember those.
I like them. Gotta catch them all. I could tell you my favorite Keyblade, but I have too many to pick.
Now let's keep it relevant to art. What's your favorite art style?
Oh,
Mine is Dadaism.
what?
Dadaism. It's my favorite art style.
I'm confused.
You know, art styles. You know, like surrealist, impressionist. You know, pixel art. Yes, minimalist, pop art.
I don't have a favorite art style.
Nah. Dadaism. Dadaism. Dadaism is effectively anti-art. It is not just the act of anti-art, but it's the act of knowing the rules and on purpose breaking them. And it really is, because it's one of the few art forms that can't, by its nature, be exploited. See, every form of art has been exploited at some point. You know, minimalism became popular, so you had the minimalist movement of everyone doing all this minimalist work. Then, you know, surrealism became popular, so surrealist art became a thing. Cubism became popular, so on and so forth. Dadaism, because it's the act of going against the rules, as soon as rules are made, it stops being Dadaism. Which is actually makes it really interesting. So it means that every piece of Dadaism that is Dadaistic stands alone. No one can ever copy it. Because if they copy it, all they're doing is following rules. At which point, it stops being Dadaist. It's more of a philosophy than an art. But it's really interesting. You know, the more you go on about FNAF, the less we're gonna play it. You know that, right?
That's for me.
Yes, I know this one. Apparently it's purple. The color that doesn't exist is technically purple. See, red and blue are the opposites of the color spectrum.
Yeah.
So technically purple shouldn't exist. What we see as purple is actually our eyes making it up. But then again, a few people have speculated that actually it might be more simple than that. What purple is us combining both ends of the spectrum and combining all the colors together. Or some people even say that maybe the spectrum isn't as linear as we think it is, and in fact it could be actually quite circular, and maybe that we see beyond one of the ends into the infrared or the ultraviolet.
I was in bed that. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out what you said. Hey, no, I didn't stay here all night. I was here. I don't know. I don't know when that guy.
Lamb, garbage house, Jeff Ross, and she's not in bed.
Ah, goodness. Aw.
Nah, head's too busy. Let's step back a little.
Nope. It is Saturday.
Jelly Gobblebottom! Sorry, every time I suspect Scout has me on speaker, I'm gonna just say something completely random and weird. Probably in a weird voice as well.
No,
I'm not on speaker? No? Good.
No.
Just making sure! Don't want the waffles to get out! Avocado!
What is?
I don't know.
Did you look in the sink yet, Mom?
Jelly Gobblebottom is something I came up with when I was younger. Every time I was upset or scared or anything, I would just out and out just spurt out Jelly Gobblebottom. Because if I was able to say that, I could say anything. Actually, let's go back a bit. I think I was getting a bit too busy with the face. Let's keep things clean and simple. Blah blah blah, Destiny. Alright, take care, mate. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Sorry, I haven't gone really much done at this point. It is kind of a bit hard to trying to... Oh, dear.
Yeah, it killed a few. Then it's killing it.
Uh-huh.
Problem today. Yay! I'm confused.
Don't worry about it. If you keep saying you're confused, people are gonna be wanting to explain it, and honestly, don't really want people explaining it.
No. What Optimus? Not Optimus. Man said, and I'm like, what? I'm confused. Don't have to explain it. I'm probably still not gonna get it. But, yeah. So,
Actually, a fully contained head could be really interesting. Alright, night moonrise.
this character is interesting. I like it.
Yeah, well, she, he, whatever. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have them be a gender. Why not? It's never clear what gender they actually are. Maybe they think they're beyond genders. That limiting to a form is stupid. And it's not Jetstream with me, it's Scout with me this time. We could try and pull Jetstream in, but she has her own issues at the moment.
You get to go tomorrow. Day.
As for the character I'm drawing right now, I'm not gonna tell you their name. I'm fairly certain Nindrago could probably tell you their name, but I'm thanking him for not saying it because they're one of the Stellar Seekers. And revealing the name might actually reveal a bit more than you'd expect. Yep.
Right now I'm just randomly working on a background for my character I'm working on. And yes, it is Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, don't say.
Yeah, don't say. Need to see again.
Yeah, I was having trouble with Jazz, so I decided to take a break and work on this character, because this character needs to be done up for tomorrow night's game. And the fact is that worst case, I can use a image of Jazz if I really had to. You know, I could just grab a random image of Jazz and use that if I really have to. With this character, I'm having to make them from scratch, so okay. That makes a bit more sense for that body shape.
Excuse me.
Sorry, look at some of the Cyberverse Seekers, and I kind of like the ears they have going on for them. Well, they're not really ears, they're more vents, but, you know, either way.
I got called them headsets. I don't know why. Either way.
It's the chest piece, it really was, because it expands out his chest so much that it's like, it's really hard to try and plan around. Now I want this to make it seem like she can still transform, though. Hey, Rottweiler Pitbull Love. I happen to like both those types of dogs.
No.
Oh, they get a bad rap.
Maybe Joe's might be finished on time for tomorrow's tabletop. Night.
Dark.
Hmm? I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Not cool, man. Is my two.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, now I get the joke.
Beavers movies.
Actually, maybe not have them pointy. Have them go up and then flat. Yep.
Oh, pain. No, come on. Sorry. I don't know. I guess I'm being a little bit shy now.
I don't know sometimes. Sometimes she's just a little mumbler. Is that with me? It's Scout. She's just not speaking much because I'm currently focusing and she's busy with her own thing. She just wants to spend time with me. It's like she likes me or something. I don't get it either. I know, I'm my own worst critic.
Is the what Techie? What? I'm confused. What does it mean then? What does it mean?
I don't get it either. Did anyone watch Wally? I've watched Wally. I quite love Wally. I have a little Wally figurine around somewhere.
Brandon, you do this to me. Oh, a false jet spring.
Oh, pseudo. No, you're talking about pseudo. P-S-U-D-O.
Yes, I'm not a false Jetstream, I'm me.
And yeah, Scout is not trying to be Jetstream. If she was, she'd probably scream something random and throw a plushie at me.
I might do that one day. I might.
I mean, what's that thing that she always screams? Coconut? Apple?
Banana.
Ah, there we go.
I'm not trying to be a jinx, I'm just trying to be me. There's only one me. Only one. And it's only one Jetstream because... I'm not just throwing on my keyboard plushies. Just no throwing a Kingdom Hearts plushie at you. Why did that pop into my brain?
Actually, maybe this arm can be up a bit and show off.
Baby screaming in the background.
Let's see. Oh, this works. Yeah, column A, column B, lower column C. Look, I believe in second chances, but if Dendrago causes problems, well, he's out. Simple as that. Okay? So far, he's not causing trouble. Everyone's entitled to a second chance. They just have to live with the fact that that second chance comes with a lot of strings attached. Oh dear. Starting to get exhausted here.
Huh?
Well, it's... This character is meant to kind of rival Jetstream, so you know what would be mean? Giving her a awesome hammer. Yeah, it's like okay, I can have both hands channeling energy, but that might look a bit redundant. So having one hand handling a weapon instead could be more interesting.
Clock. Hey. Jesus.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Cutie Honey was meant to be her arch nemesis, and we all saw how that turned out. Acted remarkably quite well. A lot better than I expected. She was actually a threat for more than one episode. Actually, you know what? Let's go with something a bit more interesting. Because, you know what? I feel a Mega Man vibe off this character, like...
Mega Man...
So...
character.
So, I mean, what's stopping me from giving her a big old Mega Buster? Okay, stretching the arm out because it's starting to tense in places. Oh, there, come on. Come on. Ah, there we go. Yeah, well, X was amongst my favorite designs. Although I personally preferred Zero a lot more.
I don't know anything about Mega Man. So, I'm kind of out of the loop.
Yeah, well. Maybe I'll introduce you to the Mega Man cartoon. Not the new one. I've not heard anything good about the new one. I'm like, okay, it wasn't made for me, maybe it's good, and no one's like, no, don't bother with it, just don't.
Don't mess with it.
Yep. With that kick-ass opening. Like, I know the theme song was silly and kind of cheesy, but that opening showing all the bits clipping together, that animated opening alone was awesome. Like, I literally would rewind the tape just to watch all the different bits and pieces fall together. Yeah, that's your opinion. The fact is that Zero was meant to be the main character of Mega Man X, but Capcom turned around and said, no, people like Mega Man, put Mega Man in it. And they had to compromise and made X.
Hey! What's up? No, it's cool.
Nah, not like that, Mega Buster.
Besides, I don't think anyone has to go to work except people at Walmart that I know of. I know, but with the whole pandemic and everything, I don't know.
Yes, I'm sure part of the fan base agrees. Okay, cool. To be fair, you'll find part of the fan base anywhere that agrees with you. Well done, mate.
But that... Okay.
I mean, I'm sure there's part of the Jetstream fan base that absolutely hates me. You'll probably find more than 10 people. So, people are allowed their opinions, and I'm telling you, you're allowed yours. Doesn't make you right. I mean, part of the fan base... Well, think about it. Part of the fan base agrees. Okay, what percentage of the fan base? What part of the fan base? Like, seriously. 10%? 20%? 50%?
Maybe 100, I don't know.
That's the thing. Oh, part of the fan base agrees with me. Really, out of the millions of fans, you have found enough people who agreed with you. So, well done. I still like Zero. Zero is one of the characters I really, really like. I like some of his story arcs, I like his design. I like the fact that he's meant to be a maverick who was designed to kill X, who rebelled against his own programming. Really, did you take a survey? You don't know. Okay, cool. It's like someone saying, oh, I heard from a friend that... It's like, you're just trying to give your side more evidence. And you know what? You're entitled to your opinion. I am not disputing that. I can only give you my opinion, you can only give me yours. Why can't you let me like something? Is that a problem for you? Because if it is, I will ban you right now. I have absolutely zero tolerance for someone who's actively just trying to drag other people down.
People like so better than, well, I meant to say Riku better than Sora, but hey, that's people's opinion. I like Sora, Kelly, and Riku equally. It's opinions. I'm not gonna say hey, I don't like this because, I guess what I'm trying to say, opinions are opinions. Of course, Techie probably like Zero. I guess I'm trying to do.
Sorry, just trying to... focus on this a bit.
It's okay.
It's the whole trying to love more thing, it's just... it's really hard to do with some people.
Yeah, people. They got their opinions.
Okay, refute point. How many Mega Man X games are there where Mega Man's the main character? Oh wait, all of them.
That's kind of true.
How many cool armors and all accessories and such does Mega Man get?
I don't care. I guess all of them. I have never played a single Mega Man game. So, yeah. This game is going to be like for keeping apart. Oh yeah, there is a Mega Man character named Axel.
I really couldn't stand Axel, actually. Probably because the game style just changed so drastically when you played as Axel. It was just so hard for me to get used to.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, yeah, I'll agree with you there, Francisco. Yeah, Axel was much like McQueen at the start of Cars. Like, to be fair, he probably got better later on in the game when they developed the story more, but it really got... I really dislike the fact that the gameplay just suddenly changed on you. I don't even remember how it changed. I think it just went from, you know, side-scrolling to a third-person shooter, and it just didn't feel right. It's been like 10 years since I played it, so my memory might be faulty, and I might have been just like, I can't stand this character. I'm gonna look for any excuse to hate him. Oh, so it did do that shift. I thought it did. That's right, it was during the time when a lot of games were trying to make the leap over to 3D or something, and it was just like, please stop. Please. I liked my game the way it was. And the studios were like, no you don't! Clearly this game is superior because it's in 3D! It's like, no. Like, there's no wrong with wanting to shift a game towards a different style or anything. It's just, you know, knowing when to do it. Like, I think Mario made the transition to 3D quite nicely with Mario 64. But they never overused it. It was Mario 64, then Mario Galaxy, Mario Sunshine, you know, Mario Odyssey. Like, there were decent games that used the 3D, but most of the other Mario games were still 2D. Oh, yeah, it did. Well, I mean, you know, it set the bar so high that that's why Bubsy 3D failed. Not kidding. A true story from the developers. They were going to show off, Bubsy 3D at a, expo, and they saw Nintendo was presenting their latest game. They saw Mario 64 and went, ah, yeah, frick. And they decided to basically pull whatever funding they had left on Bubsy 3D and just release it as a broken game, because there was no way they would actually meet the standard that Super Mario 64 was gonna set. So, anyway, I need to go. Now, I will never forgive Bubsy 3D for being a bad game, though. It is a bad game, first and foremost. There's no way in 7 hex I'm ever going to forgive that game. A bad game is bad. And as far as I'm concerned, Bubsy had 3 chances and 3D was the last chance. Well, yes, everyone knows that. Duckula. Duh. Meh. It's a horrible game. Oh no, what a shame. No, the real sin of a game, it was the last Bubsy game that come out, that Pulls on Fire. Oh, man. That game had no reason to exist. None. It was a waste of everyone's money and time. The fact is that they tried to even bring in the characters from the failed pilot cartoon. And it's like, nope, nope, nope. Okay, then we fade it out a bit. Clone, Huh. Yeah, I know. It's almost like I'm in charge here, and you're not. Don't really have one. Actually, oh, what's her name? Lena. Actually. I like her. Although Webigail has grown on me a bit. It's the dark and mysterious thing about her. And the fact that she added so much character development as the series went on. Maybe you should in Drago. It's actually not a bad series. I'm not a fan of the original. But the newer version does seem to have done a lot of things right. And they tie into a lot of the other Saturday Disney afternoon stuff. Well, that's obviously Scooter is the most annoying robot. Actually, it'd be interesting if gargoyles do get tied into it eventually. That would be an interesting thing. But I mean... Yes, I did. I didn't want to respond to it because that would be acknowledging it existed. No, I just acknowledged you sent me a message. Doesn't mean I looked at it. I just acknowledged you sent me a message. I have not confirmed nor denied that I've seen it. But she's missing 2 wings. Redwing? Not familiar with Redwing. Actually, might grab her groin area. Down a bit, that way we can pull in the nope, not ringing any bells. Oh dear. I've actually not watched Transformers Prime, other than the episodes Jetstream's made me watch. Welcome back.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, mate. Saying that he's done all these things is great and all, except for I've never watched Transformers Prime outside of the episodes Jetstream made me watch. So, you're just telling me things I've not seen. Okay, cool, he's done that. That still doesn't tell me what he looks like.
Eventually, when I'm probably going to watch some that we haven't seen. Some, I'm not gonna force you to. Just okay.
Okay.
Spoilers. General group that just decline. Cool, and then cool. What? Oh no, we have mail. I also need to charge my phone. Excuse. Again. Hi.
No, I have.
Yeah, but I'm going to go get the mail. Okay. I shall be right back.
Alright, love. Take your time. And mate, Transformers Prime came out something like 8 years ago now. Like, seriously, stop acting like these are spoilers. General rule I found, for a TV series, roughly a year. For a movie, roughly 6 months. Less if its sequel is coming out soon. Because, you know, the sequel is gonna spoil some things anyway. For a video game, I would say, yeah, probably about 2.5 years I would push for. 2.5 years for video game spoilers.
Ah, I had it right.
But, again, depends on the game. Like, you know, you look at something like Undertale. It's like, well, everyone knows that game like the back of their hands now. But you can't have the high ground if you're not touching the ground.
If I could draw, I would go. This is all I want. That's it. And, well, this stuff here is for you. Well, see, I don't have got a date on it, but... right. No. Does that other thing have a time on? Yeah. Then that's what time it is. I have no idea. I usually don't keep up with your magazine. Doctor's appointment. Oh. Yeah.
Hello, Kai.
You guys wait,
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
I can't even know. When is that wedding again? What date was it changed to? You probably put it, yeah, put it in the envelope.
And now, yes, it's 26.
September 2020. Oh.
That's hard.
Oh,
Keep trying, no.
let's keep trying. Oh, there's another wedding. Everyone in my family is getting married, apparently.
Okay, you know what?
Hey.
Just going to try and incur as is. I said, with Jazz, worst case, I can just use an image online if I had to, like I had to for Optimus in the past. I'll try and finish Jazz in my own time. But really, we're pushing now 3 hours. And this character is slightly more important than Jazz for me to get done.
I really want to go to the wedding. Isn't... Which Steve? Oh, never mind. I see which Steve now. Okay. How is everyone? How is everyone today? I'm just bored. How is everyone? You guys Star Wars stuff.
No, don't scout. They're trying to lure you to the dark side. The dark side of the meme.
At least there's not any Kingdom Hearts. And it's so hard with this one kid named Hater because he's slow. I don't want those cookies. I want these on ice cream. But you just eat the cookies. My name's Axel. Get it in my mouth. Yes. It's
Creak creak crunch. Stretching.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Oh dear. I think I'm gonna sleep well tonight. Hey. Just ever had one of those exhausting days where you're just like, yep, when I hit bed, I'm gonna hit it hard.
That was about 24/7. I could really sit on the couch and then just got cold. Okay. Yep. I'm good. I'm good. I already know a person who can use the light. Awesome.
Yeah, but you could do that as a Jedi anyway. It's called using a rope.
Well, apparently Baby Yoda can use it too. John Cena's become Super Saiyan.
Well, they're actually broken up segments of her face. No, just segments. Like your face hasn't properly formed or something. Ugh, sorry. Had to bump my microphone a little. Very well. Sorry, I just realized. Yeah, no, all I've said is that she's technically one of the Stellar Seekers. But that's about it. Yep, she's a Seeker clone. Of whom, I'm not gonna tell ya.
I'm not gonna say it because I'm not sure you're right.
You quite right there, Scout? Yee? Nindrago, you know why. Oh, okay, good.
Huh?
I was about to worry about your intellect at that point.
Wait, Mom?
No,
Me?
Nindrago's. He actually inspired one of the design aspects that I honestly wouldn't have thought of until he brought it up, and it was like, oh, yes, that's a very good point. Thank you, Nindrago. I'm going to pass this idea off as my own. Toodaloo. It's questionable at best, Nindrago. Might do the wings as a single wing and just clone it several times. That might be faster than trying. No, you just randomly guessed something. I was like, oh, actually you raised a very good point with that. That one, you're completely wrong, but hey! It's something I didn't consider, so I'm gonna steal it. I mean, procure it for the betterment of my own design. You inspired. Shattered glass jet stream. I'd rather not live in that universe, thank you. The idea of a shattered glass jet stream. Just, let's not have that be a thing, ever.
However, not touch a 9.5-foot pole. Yeah. And just quoted a Christmas song.
Probably exactly like me. Really? You don't think I'll do that now? Seriously? Huh. Wow. Manipulate people. I mean, seriously. Well, it's more of a case of, has there been any reason for me to manipulate you? Are you actually any worth to me? Well, it depends on what you mean by manipulating, Drago. Did I have to try? No. Ah, right. Shattered glass rat bat. Fascinating. Yeah, I know. I get it. I get the reference that you're trying to make it. Yep. Very golden age Batman.
I finished the background. Sort of. I might work on it some more later. But... to look like the final world. I tried. So I tried.
Maybe in his head he thinks the giant words appear.
Giant word?
I don't know. Kai, you quite alright there. You seem to be posting a lot of meme stuff at the moment. And as amusing as it is, I really don't care for it. Aurora? Yeah, feel free. I might not be able to look at it tonight because, honestly, I am feeling really stiff and sore at the moment, so I need to just finish up this design. Get myself a hot shower and relax. If you have to ask that, then the answer should be obvious. How do you know you're friends with anyone? Alright. Give me a moment to just get this part of her done. Mate, I don't do it. Okay, jeez. I was joking around. Proving that maybe I could plant a seed of doubt in you. That's all. Oy. Only time you should be worried about manipulation is when you feel bad but you're doing it anyway. You want the truth of the matter? People manipulate other people all the time. Make them feel good. Make them feel willing to do things for them. Hey, you remember that favor I gave you? Well, it'd be nice if you paid that favor back. That's a manipulation. Okay, da-da-da. Looks interesting, Aurora. You want the truth of the matter? Every time you accept a paycheck, you're being manipulated. Boom. That's right. Awaken to the fact that your own commerce is actually manipulating you. You work a job that you don't like to do, but they give you money at the end of the week. Boom, that's manipulation. And the only time you should really be worried about it is if you feel bad. So, you know what? Yeah, this is your Aussie accent for you, mate. Like, seriously, what do you expect? Me to go all yakka on ya? Throw a bit of the cockney and the wine? Sound like a frickin' drongo from the Blue Mountains.
Techie is Australian.
You realise there's more to Australia than just "G'day, mate."
Yeah.
You know, it's like me going up to someone from, I don't know, Texas going, "Hey, do an American accent." Though they're gonna do a Texan accent because that's where they're from.
Texas.
Jeez.
I actually moved fairly close to Texas. I would have disappearing in a drum. I can't wait to Australia. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be interesting for both of us. You're like, blimey, you're here. Ah, frick.
Excuse me.
Nah, I just get annoyed when people are like, go on. But, you know, speak Australian, mate. Go on, speak Aussie. It's like, I am. This is how we speak in Australia. Believe it or not, we all don't sound like Paul Hogan.
I don't even know who that is. What? 5 minutes past 11 and I'm still sleepy.
Nah, Paul Hogan. Crocodile Dundee. That's Paul Hogan. My god, you guys literally think his name was Croc Dundee this entire time?
I have no idea who that is.
Ah, bloody oath, wait, I mean, too right, bugger it. It depends on the context, really. A lot of the tradies do, but it's like, you work construction. Sorry, I used to work with apprentices all the time. People with disabilities, adults with disabilities get through their apprenticeship, so I've been on a lot of work sites and that, and you get used to this swearing.
Huh.
I mean, it's like 40 degrees out there. You're expected to lay bricks all day. All it takes is one screw up, and you're just swearing until you're blue in the face, just cause. As for an American accent, yeah. I really can't. I used to be able to do one when I was a kid, but it's really hard for me to do. See, I normally switch accents all the time. It's kind of a weird autism thing for me. Every so often, I'll just switch accents depending on how I need to present myself, and I really have no control over it. And it's all like mimicked accents. I mean, sometimes it's downright hilarious what accents I switch into. Like, sometimes when I actually get angry and start ranting, I start going Scottish. No clue why. I just, we'll start ranting and all that, and they were like, Terry, calm down, you've gone Scottish. Oh dear. Why did I think giving her a blaster was a good idea? Oh yeah, that's right. Because I wanted this character to look good and I'm a glutton for punishment. Yeah, of course I do. I've mentioned it before. I'm autistic, high functioning.
I have returned.
And yes, the number one thing I get told is that's, you don't seem like you have autism. Top of the morning, dear laddies. My name is Foxy the Pirate.
Yeah, I feel it's well to say. You are the pirate.
Ah yes, pirates, all about fun and adventure, nothing to do with the pillaging, kidnapping, slave trading.
Okay.
Sorry, I just find it funny how pirates are like, yes, we're fun, adventurous, and we love adventure. In reality, pirates, who were outlaws. Yes, they did that. And that too. Lots of murdering, a lot of pillaging, a lot of the other stuff. Ain't it grand to be a pirate? Just a fun-loving pirate. Yar har. Lady.
According to my Kingdom Hearts character, Sky would look like a pirate.
Well, no, One Piece didn't lie to you. One Piece is just, that's what it's like to be a pirate in their world. I mean, last time I checked, our world didn't have magical fruit that could make you rubbery.
That's true.
I mean, heck, I even started writing a comic series all about a bunch of pirates in a made-up fantasy world called the Exil Pirates.
Cool.
Yeah, it was basically a world where the Navy became corrupt and, well, basically started out pirating the pirates. So a new type of pirate was created, the freedom fighter type. The ones that would, liberate islands from the control of the Navy and such.
Aye.
The problem is, I call them the Extol Pirates, kind of like Crystal with an X. But then Steven Universe came along and it's like, people are gonna look at that and think I'm trying to do, like, crystal gems as pirates. It's like, no, it's because the crystal technology is the big part of how the Navy actually got its foothold on and such, and the Exo Pirates are actually recovering that technology and using it themselves.
Interesting. At least they're not collecting light.
Yeah, well... Actually, funnily enough, the book series came about because I created this character who was a writer, like, for a setting, and I was like, what book series do they write? I know, pirates, and then I just started writing out what the book series they wrote was. So I've written more about their book series than I have about this character.
Yes, Mom? That's it.
Very also do
Well, just remember, you can't keep a good bot down. I mean, look at Cliff Jumper, he comes back nearly every season. Every series, or rather. He's probably killed, but he comes back! Huh. Okay, well, I don't really know the continuities of that. So there's a guy having to run a tabletop game set in the Transformers setting. Then again, I have the rule of I go with whatever my continuity says it is. So, you know. It's a general rule I have when GMing, that way when people try and metagame, it's like, nope, sorry, you can't metagame. In this continuity, things are different. Yep, but I'm the guy that still has the ban and block buttons, so, you know. I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there going, this is the one canon that everyone has to follow. It's like, no, this is the canon we're using for the game because it's easy for me to follow. And it means I can insert things into the game that I want to insert without having to worry about continuity or anything. I mean, seriously, end of the day, I could just have it that Megatron is growing apples on Uranus.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm starting to really get fuggy now, so just gonna try and finish up this bit of her. No, I didn't know Ratchet was gonna be a girl. Huh. I'm now trying to imagine a crotchety female Ratchet yelling, "Bulkhead, I needed that." Now it's trying to sound a bit more crotchety and old and bitter. "Bulkhead, I needed that."
Interesting. Yeah.
After it, she's looking good. Just need to... do up a bunch of bits. Oh, whoa. Sorry, my eyes went all blurry for a sec. Oh, it's fine. It just means I'm overtired. So, like a boom, boom, boom. You have to save some time with those cockpits. Okay, given that I'm keeping things a bit secret concerning This character, I'll tell you something about Stellar Cracker. That's not his real name. Boom.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay. No, Stellar Warp is still basically Skywarp's clone, and they basically just tried to copy Skywarp's ability straight one for one because it was so useful.
Okay.
It's more Stellar Warp can do short bursts. Can't do the big bursts that Skywarp can teleport a great distance. Stellar Warp can't.
Yeah.
That's the difference. As for Stellar Cracker, his real name is Stella Dirge.
Okay.
He has a bit of a confidence issue. Hmm? Well, okay. Sorry. Okay. The Stella Seekers were meant to be either improvements or clones. Either throwing out the abilities that didn't work and replacing them with better ones, or copying good abilities. But that doesn't mean the abilities copied over one for one. Now, Stellar Warp's thing of being able to teleport short bursts repeatedly is very useful. Because he's able to go great distances very, very fast. But that doesn't mean he has the full-on, complete version of teleport. Maybe not yet. Maybe not ever. Stella Dirge. His whole thing is actually auditory illusions. Able to create sound so that creates illusions so realistic. Basically, auditory hijacking. He will make you think he's someone else completely and make you face your worst fears.
Cool. Maybe?
There. Okay. Mm. Yeah, the thing is, his type of illusions is they're auditory. You can't, if you need to hear, which, well, most of us do, he has his way in. But that's if you know who he is. Because, well, he made everyone think he was Stellacracker instead. I mean, you can do a lot with sound if you know what you're doing. Create fear, implant memories. Imagine going somewhere and not being sure if you actually know the person you're next to. Suddenly just being very paranoid of the person you're near. All because the right note is being hit. Well, maybe. That's if he ever comes back. I mean, his big thing is actually being scared of confrontation. Because now that you're starting to get what the Stellar Seekers are meant to be, means that one particular Stellar Seeker might actually have a very, very useful ability after all. Yeah, basically haunted house powers. I mean, don't get me wrong, haunted house power is very useful. You need to send a whole bunch of people running away, being able to make them think a place is haunted, it's not that bad, especially if you can do it in such a way that they can't dispute it. That they just have a feeling. No, that's the thing. Auditory illusions. You realize how much sound affects us? Do yourself a favor. Look at the barbershop stereo test. It's a video on YouTube. It goes through the illusion of stereo. Basically, all it is someone giving you a haircut through stereo microphones. So if your stereo headset is set up properly, yeah, your headphones, you can actually almost feel the scissors snipping your hair. Just because of how close the sounds are. That's the thing. Sound is our early warning system. If we hear a creepy sound, our body is suddenly stressed out. We hear a calming sound, we're suddenly relaxed. You can now imagine being able to also couple in illusions with that sound. So that the sound you hear makes you see things. Which is actually capable, but you're talking about some very fine auditory hijacking. But basically, yeah. Imagine walking into a room and feeling like 1,000 knives are scraping your back. And just a voice beyond the edge of hearing going, "Finally, my next meal."
Okay.
jump scares be damned, you would freak out. Because, you know, just hearing all those blades just scraping against you. How do you know how metal sounds being scraped against skin even sounds like? You don't. But the primitive part of your brain does, and it tells you you would need to run. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, I've not actually planned out all the Stellar Seekers, and the thing is, sometimes the powers are completely different. I mean, look at Stellar Jet. Ramjet's whole thing is, I can ram through things. Stellar Jet thing is, I can ram through things. Through things. That's right, I don't get tougher, I get less there.
Less solid.
In fact, I do have it in my notes that because of the inverse effect they end up with Stellar Jet, they proceeded to start experimenting with doing alternative abilities for everyone. You know, they had a few successes, that's where Stellar Warp came from. Then they had the, okay, this is completely different, but it's far better than we expect with Stellar Jet. And they had their crippling failure with the Stellar Star. He could be someone who actually ends up a lot smarter when he's calm. Is like a cunning strategist, but only when he's calm. When he's excited, he goes out the window, maybe. Like, these are just potentials. But, yeah. I still have it that Stellar Star is the big failure of the party.
And it becomes a good day. Sort of.
Although, who knows?
Later, I guess.
Maybe I'll reveal something later to you, Scout. Well, the Immortal Spark, but you also have the Null Rays. Everyone forgets about those, but those are something that basically, you know, shorts out the Cybertronians if they're hit directly. They kind of get overshadowed by more destructive weapons, but they are very powerful in their own right. I mean, having something that can knock out a Cybertronian in a direct hit is useful. And apparently Starscream is the only one who has them. The fact is that he's the only one that has them means something.
He's not that bad.
I mean, they have pointed out in G1 that the type of firearms you use also tie into your power a bit. I mean, when they gave all their abilities to Megatron for that big battle, I mean, if you're gonna say that they're more of an accessory, that's like saying Thundercracker's sonic bombs are an accessory, not a power. Yeah, but the fact is he's still the only one that has them, so that means something. I don't know, Francesco. Probably Shockwave. Anyway, Whirl also has no ways? Yeah. I'm more going off G1, and I'm not sure where Whirl comes in. Either way, I'm counting the Null Rays as one of Starscream's abilities, because it's mentioned in particular on his, tech spec card.
Cool. I don't know which word I'm talking about.
Let's see, because my housemate had a Transformers tabletop game a while back. Starscream function, Air Commander, Conquest, blah blah blah. Seeks to replace Megatron as leader. Ruthless, gold-brother tool. Considers himself the most sophisticated and handsome of the Decepticons. Believes that Decepticons should rely on more guile and speed and brute force to defeat the Autobots. Fastest fighter of the group, able to reach Mark 2.8 and an altitude blah blah blah. Choose cluster bombs and null rays, which disrupt the flow of electricity. He's very good at what he does, but sometimes overrates himself.
Hello, Shy Guy.
Yeah. Hey, Shy Guy. Buffy never needed to die and so yeah. Well, that's the thing. They're not they're not necessarily the clone of the Spark and such, but yeah.
Video game robot? I don't know. I don't really play video games with robots in it. I usually play a video game with magic beams. Kingdom Hearts.
Let's see.
Still need to finish my Spider-Man game. Keep forgetting to have it.
Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. I'm gonna do a single wing and clone it later. Let's finish her up with just doing those up. Actually, having her have bits of black is really nice, actually. Like, really makes parts of her pop out.
Poof, makes it stand out.
Yeah. Selection sauce, and then we go boom, 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 invert, and then boom, boom, and I'm the Senate.
I'm this. That. Oh. I can't be as your paladin. I'm so cute.
Okay. Oh. Actually, why are those shoulders, the nose is too round on that. Ah, hate when that happens. But it's like, I am so close to finishing. No!
I can't do it.
No, no, you will pie. I'm sure you can, but it's fun letting other people have fun trying things out themselves. Do it. Do it, do it. Don't stop, baby. Don't stop believing that I am the Senate.
Good. Good. Good.
Good, good. Now you will die.
And I was like, oh.
There, okay, I'm leaving it alone now.
Okay.
Anyway,
I
I am signing off because I failed to do Jazz, but I still managed to do this character. She'll be colored up tomorrow with all the details and everything. Yeah. Sorry, I'm now officially exhausted, and it's, oh god, it's now nearly 4 o'clock. So anyway, catch you guys later, and remember, tomorrow, Jetstream on the tabletop. Be there or don't be there.
Good night.
And yeah, remember, blah blah. I've been Techie, you've been fantastic, and I'll see you all next time. Remember, like, subscribe, pet the dog, kiss the cat, everything else. Yes, I know Ninjago, but I'm in the other part of the country.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.